Rick Barnes has received a lifetime contract from Tennessee basketball. That's right, a lifetime contract from Tennessee basketball. The way the way this works is Rick Barnes, his contract will always have 3 years remaining on his deal. Every year, another year will add to his 3-year deal. Now, when you take that into account, it means Rick Barnes is at Tennessee for life, and he can retire whenever he wants. And if he retires, he does not have to pay a buyout. If he goes to another school, I believe he has to pay about $2 million in a buyout if he does it within 2 years of his 3-year deal, which again, 3-year deal is never changing. It will always be a 3-year deal, no matter what. Taking that into account, Tennessee just gave a 71-year-old who has won 0 national championships and who has never even taken them to the Final Four and has only been to 1 Final Four in his career in 22, and it was 22 years ago. They just gave that guy a lifetime contract after we trashed Kentucky for giving John Calipari a lifetime contract a while ago. However, the circumstances are different. And this is Bank on It, brought to you by Commercial Bank, member FDIC, life made better. Bank on It. Tennessee giving Rick Barnes a lifetime deal will work out much better than your typical lifetime deals work out. I generally say there should never be lifetime contracts. They're stupid unless Nick Saban won you a national championship, or 7 national championships, excuse me. However, David Speaks said, Caleb, he's 71, not 51. Did I say 51, David Speaks? Rick Barnes is 71. Correction, Rick Barnes is 71. I don't think I said 51, but you guys correct me on that if I did. Rick Barnes getting a lifetime contract will work out for Tennessee long term. It is a smart move, and I will break down why. This is Bank on It. Again, brought to you by Commercial Bank, member FDIC, life made better. Giving Rick Barnes a lifetime contract is a smart move by Danny White that will work out long term for Tennessee, won't hurt them long term, and certainly work out better than Kentucky giving John Calipari a lifetime contract was.
Commercial Bank is your neighborhood bank. What makes us different from other banks? We understand that every customer has unique opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. We don't expect you to fit into the same box as the next person or business. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning for your next vacation, we're with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Commercial Bank. Life made better.
Here's why the Rick Barnes deal will work out. And you guys are bringing it up. And David Speaks brings up, okay, you corrected me. You said you meant he won't be coaching another 20 years. Thank you. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't make that mistake. The reason is exactly what you guys are all seeing on the message boards. Rick Barnes is 71 years old. Rick Barnes is 71 years old. This is the type of lifetime deal you can give. Also, Rick Barnes is a mark of stability for Tennessee basketball. He is already, after this past year, he is officially the greatest coach in Tennessee basketball history. I mean, Tennessee made 1 Elite 8 appearance throughout its history before the last 2 years. They made now 2 in a row since then. Rick Barnes, over the last 4 years, has accomplished everything Tennessee basketball had ever accomplished at another time. He's won the SEC tournament. He's won the SEC regular season title. He's reached number 1. He's gotten a 30-win season. And he's reached the Elite 8. Did it twice. With all of that, there's just no way around the fact that Rick Barnes is the best coach in Tennessee basketball. And he's showing no signs of slowing down. I mean, we know about him landing 5-star lottery pick Nate Ament for this recruiting class, who's going to start for Tennessee arguably this year. He's still picking up talent in the transfer portal on a year-to-year basis. In this era, and I say this a lot, this is the underrated part. This era of college basketball is actually conducive to Rick Barnes. Why? Tennessee and Rick Barnes are uniquely positioned to be successful through the transfer portal. Here's what I mean by this. Rick Barnes' biggest issue throughout his career has been that he's a developmental coach. So lottery style picks don't work out for him because he's about teaching the game of basketball. So, and freshmen are all. So when you're focused on teaching and developing players, you're going to see them make a lot of mistakes, i.e., Kevin Durant when he played at Texas. And he's not the only one. And if they don't make a lot of mistakes, by the way, or one, they'll make a lot of mistakes, but two, they also might just resent it because they don't like the fact that they're having to be taught the game of basketball when they're unhappy about being in college anyway, when they're one and done players and they know they're going to the NBA. I've always said Rick Barnes' biggest mistake was recruiting players that were 5-star freshmen. However, Rick Barnes is a great developer of talent. And he's also great with upperclassmen because upperclassmen at the college game that are looking to get to the NBA are always focused on fine-tuning their game. So when they transfer to Tennessee and Rick Barnes, they transfer looking to fine-tune a part of their game. That's where you get the success you had with Dalton Connect and then Chaz Lanier. Back-to-back years, you had elite players that transferred to Tennessee wanting to fine-tune their game so they could end up making it to the NBA, and they fully bought in to the way Rick Barnes was going to develop them. And they were old enough to be able to develop like that without making a bunch of mistakes. So Rick Barnes in the transfer portal era is built to have success. This built to have more success now than he had 20 years ago, honestly. And with that in mind, I think Tennessee should have done everything they could to keep him. They just did. And when you give him a lifetime deal, the big thing you can do now is Danny White is sending a message. I fully believe in this move that Rick Barnes is doing. It's up to him to let people know when he's going to retire. And with transfer portal guys, they don't have to worry about that now. And also recruits too. Recruits and transfer portal guys can see, okay, Tennessee's fully committed to this guy. That'll help him land the players he wants to land, specifically in the transfer portal. And that, I think, is the biggest deal in all of this. Rick Barnes landing that type of player, that getting that type of contract, is a huge benefit. And it's one of the few times it will work out. I'm going to change the poll question. The poll question: what song is more anti-police, Rocky Top or F the Police by NWA? I think that sparked a fun debate. 65% say F the Police, 35% say Rocky Top. Okay, now let me ask you guys this question. Rick Barnes' lifetime deal is smart. He's 71. Dumb, you don't give lifetime deals. Dumb, don't give lifetime deals. Okay. Smart, he's 71. Dumb, don't give lifetime deals. Alrighty. I'm putting the poll question up on that. Again, the reason John Calipari was so stupid is John Calipari was so much younger. He had actually drastically underachieved at Kentucky, winning just one national title in 2012, and he could have stayed there forever, and Kentucky would have had to pay him a lot of money to get rid of him. But luckily for everybody involved, John Calipari didn't want that humiliation of being fired, and he went and took the job at Arkansas with that weird press conference where the cheerleaders rolled him out, and that was a wild one. Who remembers that introductory press conference with John Calipari? That was funny. But anyways, I think this one is smart. I think this is a smart move. I think it's smart to give Rick Barnes a contract. He is 71 years old, and I think that this is a move that will work out for Danny White in Tennessee long term. It's a way they don't have to deal with things anymore with Rick Barnes. They know they're safe with him. They know they're in good shape.